Okay, now let's talk about timing as it affects ICOs. Now, there's what we call late timing. They came too late, on time, and then way ahead of time. It's like when someone, maybe you give someone a kind of appointment and say, okay, meet me up on such and such time. The person could come late, the person could be on time, the person could be way ahead of time. So meet me up 3 o'clock, the person could come 3:15, the person could come 3 p.m. on the dot, which is the right time, and then the person could come 2:45 or a time below. So the timing, you have to see the timing, because there are certain times where a platform may be wanting to launch an ICO, but the space is already congested. Now, we're not saying that they should not launch an ICO, but when you evaluate it on the long run against competitors, you will discover that they may not stand the test of time. Why? Because they came maybe the wrong time. So timing is very, very important when you are evaluating ICOs. Another time again, in another instance, it could be the perfect time. Maybe currently there are many platforms like Ethereum, Bitcoin with their transactions. I think now they have over 16,000 Bitcoin transactions that are unconfirmed. And you now have Ethereum also having slow transactions because of all these things that are slowing down the networks, all these decentralized applications and the smart contract stuff and the rest of them. So not only that, it goes beyond many stuffs. Now, this thing slow down the network, right? So if this thing slows down the network, you should be asking a question: is it the right time? So people will be seeking alternative, like, okay, what is the next innovation? What is the next project that is coming up to actually solve this problem? Because I want to tell you that no matter how thoughtful a team may be, along the line, they will still discover that there were certain things that they misplaced. It's something that it's common with humans. You cannot be overly prepared. No matter how a general strategizes, he will still have some kind of, he will not be able to anticipate all the things exactly that will happen in the battle. That is why you have plan A, plan B, and plan C, and the rest of them. Okay, if this happens, this is how we are going to tackle that. So currently, you are seeing all these things happening with Bitcoin. Then you're talking about the issues of forking, where people have certain disagreements within an ecosystem and they split up. It's like saying that in a country, if there's an agreement over an issue, it is a disagreement over an issue, then let's split the country. No. You have Ethereum, you have Ethereum Classic, you have Ethereum Dark, you have Ethereum Diamond, you have Ethereum this, you have Bitcoin Gold, you have Bitcoin Cash, you have Bitcoin S. No, you don't do things like that. It's kind of, so someone says divided with 4. So when you have those kind of, okay, when you have a kind of platform that is now launching and wants to solve all those problems, that when it comes to the issue of voting, you don't have to split the system. You now know that, okay, this is the right time. Or a kind of platform that grows on its own, even as there are more transactions that are coming up, it grows on its own. Because I think there is one of the studies that has been done in a university in Sydney. It's called Redberry. So with Redberry, they've been able to see that they are still working on it. They are able to process, I think, over 600,000 transactions. So they are bringing a lot of stuffs. Then you talk about Hashgraph or Cypherion that is trying to bring in something that wants to change the way things are being done. So, is it the right timing? Are there problems that can actually be solved with this product you're actually bringing in, or are you just trying to do a company because you just want to create a company? No, just like if you want to bring Facebook is a social media. You have another one that has to do with Snapchat. Snapchat is another one. Then you now have WhatsApp. WhatsApp was a social media app before Facebook bought it. It's a kind of messaging app. Facebook bought it not because it's just a social media. Facebook bought it because what they are doing is they are doing something unique. So is it the right timing for your company? Are there problems your company is seeking to solve, or you are just want to be like every other person who wants to just do business and the rest of them? So you have to seek all this stuff. Is it the right timing for the business? And then when we now talk about timing, you as an ICO investor, you should be able to forecast if the platform is worth your money, in the sense that when you have seen the team, the journey so far, which I've explained, the value, the business, the market, timing, the exchanges, and disruptiveness, and many other factors, you should be able to see if you can go on long term with the platform, or maybe short term or medium term or whatsoever. So there are certain metrics you should be able to use to determine if it's actually the right timing for the business, and also how you evaluate your time with that particular project. The time you're going to spend with that particular project. Are you going to spend a long time with the platform? And then another thing again with timing, again, you should also look at is the time to which the company is going to come to full materialization. Because bringing a company, I think many people in the blockchain space, due to greed, are not, one of the first things is, due to greed, they are not willing to learn. Secondly, they are not willing to be patient. Because when you see a blockchain company, Amazon or Google or Apple did not just get to where they are. They were like babies. When you were born, your mother did not give birth to the full you like this. No, you came as a baby. So with time you evolved and you started walking. Even before you started walking, you were creeping. You were lying. First you were lying down. You were creeping. You stood, and then you fell, and then they took you up again. Then you fell. You stood. Then with time, maybe your dad took your hand and was like taking your hand, and you were walking. Okay, you walk again. You fell. Then it's okay. Walk on your own. You fell. Then with time, you started walking on your own. Then from there, you started running. Your legs were strong enough to start running. But people just want a company to launch today, and then in the next month, they want that company to be running. It's not possible. I think people are expecting too much. Because if you invest in NASDAQ or in the New York Stock Exchange, maybe in 3 years you may get 3 times your money, and many people are even comfortable. But now you can make 10x with your money, and people are expecting too much. Greed is in the space. You now have price predictions. Oh, this coin is going to be $100. What about if it's not $100? What gives you the assurance that coin is going to be $100? So you have to give it time. If you're not patient, I think the best thing is, don't just come in. It's like you want to marry a wife, and you want the wife to be pregnant today, and you want the wife to give birth today. I think you are sick if you're expecting that. So you have to check those stuff. Three things of which I've explained with regards to timing has to do with the timing to which the company did the company come late? Then did the company or was it the right time, or did they come too early? Then the second one I explained was you as an investor, the time you are spending with this company. Are you spending a long time with this company, or short time, or you are the guy who is a money peddler, you just want to make some quick bucks and leave. And then the third one I explained was the time for the company to actually achieve its full potential, because the company may have a lot of things to do for the present, and with the evolution of time, they may start bringing more and more and more and more and more and more and more stuff, adding more features. So it takes time. You should be able to assess all these stuff. Can you wait and some other stuff? So you have to put all this perspective, all these things into perspective when it comes to timing. So I hope you've understand all these concepts so far. The team, I've been able to explain the team, the journey so far, the value, the business, the market side, and the timing. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. The exchanges, will be discussing how the exchanges affect this stuff. By the time you come to the end of this video, you should be able to make very solid decisions for yourself. So guys, do have a very good day.